You guys play NBA Jam when you were children?
Yes.
No.
I was play as I would play Scottie Pippen and who else? Who do they have else from the Bulls?
Shaq.
Was it Michael Jackson?
That wasn't Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Jordan. Michael Jordan.
I wasn't allowed to have. I wasn't allowed to have a Nintendo. We had an Atari 1 and an Apple II PC, but we didn't have
Did
like
your parents
Nintendos.
not like Japanese companies or like?
Yeah, they were super racist, man. No, they just they were of the whole school of like they didn't want love you, mom and dad. They didn't want us rotting our brains out on video games. They wanted us playing outside and doing stupid shit
every Christmas morning. Brad would look up lovingly at his parents, and his parents would just say Pearl Harbor. And there would be no Japanese electronics. It still took it very, very seriously to heart.
And just so that we do, just so it's said on the podcast, your parents are not racist.
They are not
Is that
racist.
true?
No, and
Okay,
in all fairness, my dad would get like a PC every year. Like he would upgrade something on it. So we had like the CGA monitor, and then the big Christmas was getting the VGA.
Did they think it was a fad? I mean, was that kind of there?
My mom did, but my dad was
in.
like, "This is legit. Like,
Yeah.
this is the future." So he was a big computer gamer back in the day and got us into it. So and here I am
playing Civ 1 probably in the 90s.
Civ 1. We did like Carmen Sandiego. A lot of like Dungeons of Shalon, like just whatever floppy disks we could borrow from friends.
Yeah. Sorry.
My parents got computers, and the first thing my mother did was download D&D games onto them for herself. I wasn't allowed to play them.
I think our first computer, I got our first computer, my dad got it, and it had to have been like 86, 87. We were not on the internet. It was old Tandy. But the first one where we got online, it was AOL. This has been like 94.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they charged hourly at that point, and didn't know that. And yeah, I think we got like a $700 Visa bill. And it was you are what is this? Yeah, that was a bad summer.
You were in the Yahoo chat rooms probably.
AOL chat rooms, yeah, absolutely. Being, I'm sure, very friendly and just a pleasure to be around at that
Waiting
age.
15 minutes for the pixelated nudes to download, just slowly from the top down to the bottom.
Yep. Heck yeah.
Yeah, we had the computer in the family room.
Can't hide much there.
Those were hard times. Well, not in front of everyone. Donnie, you're in a vulnerable place right now.
No, Donnie's Katala's in a vulnerable place, but no, I think Katala's okay.
Well, I think Katala's in a vulnerable place as far as his place in the story.
Yeah, that's
you're
fair.
in a vulnerable place, I think, emotionally right now, and
as for my place in the podcast, is that what you?
I feel I feel you putting up walls right now, and I want you to take the walls down. I want you to tell us how you're feeling.
Was it
Mike, what time tonight was that audition joining us? I mean, not that audition, but that guest. First,
no one wants to be on this podcast.
Before we started, they were like, "We've got a hard stop at 9," and I don't know what that's about, but I was not invited.
Hard stop.
Little work leaking through there. Sorry. No, I'm cool. I've actually. I mean, yes, I love the concept of the Katala character. He's a lot of fun to play. I mean, I hold bits of. If things don't come to pass right, my bits about seeing the lust in his eyes and talking about Katala 316 says I just whooped your ass, right? These are things that'll just never become part of the podcast. And that's sad. Yeah, it's sad. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I think the way the story went, if the dice deem it this way, that's how the story wraps up. Not everybody can be the hero that makes it to the end of the story. Those characters, right. Those characters in between, help kind of glue that story together and give it weight. And
we've been talking, you and I, about what. Yeah. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. I will say, I will do one thing. I think it was a little effed up last week when I rolled the dice and didn't reveal what I rolled. So I'm just going to tell you what I rolled on the die.
Well, one correction while we're making corrections and adjustments.
Oh, okay.
I think at the end of last week where I thought was 35 HP, I'm actually at 34 HP.
You're
so
34 HP.
One difference, but I don't think that's going to be much of a difference.
Fuck, just one. If that matters, I'm going to laugh my ass off.
Okay. Well, the face on the die that I rolled was a 19.
Oh, yeah.
So natural 19. As you know, the modifier on this ancient living statue is a plus 19. So I guess the first question that I have for you, Donnie, is a 38 a crit?
It sure is. Just only by 5.
Oh,
only by 5.
Okay. All right.
Even with Inspire Courage?
Doesn't do that.
Doesn't help AC.
Doesn't help, Bill.
But not a plus 5 either, so, I either be a plus 6, technically. So what's the damage? Come on.
Well, okay, so we're in the midst of this turn. You guys are fighting the giant animated statue down in the bowels of Candlemere Island.
Yeah.
Kritala goes into this battle at doomed 2 from stomping on the spiral seal. And he acquired this. He stomped it twice. Acquired this nice cape, although we haven't identified it yet. But I'll roll the damage. I don't know, guys. I don't know if you guys want to do a little bit of math here on the odds. I've kind of calculated this out. The stone fist that this guy is, just punched Kritala with, it normally does a 2d12 plus 6. So this is going to be a 4d12 plus 12.
Oh, well. So
Jesus, I don't want to do that math. That's 40-12. What is the max damage they do?
What's the massive damage roll?
It's close to 50-50.
Yeah. So we're not really in massive damage territory because Kritala is doomed 2.
It doesn't matter.
If a crit brings him to 0, he gains 2 dying rings. Takes him to dying 4, and he's done. Yeah. So should I was just going to roll the d12s one by one. I thought I might do that.
No,
is this how we should handle it?
Go one by one. Let's do the math really slow. Let's draw this out as much as possible.
Yeah, so
let's draw it out as much as possible. Okay, here comes blue, d12. It's a 9.
That's okay. We're good.
Okay. Is everyone keeping track?
I'm not.
Yep.
Somebody else got to do the math.
I got it.
Yeah, let's let Bill do the math.
I have a calculator.
I'm a little
Here, watch.
I'm a little nervous. Okay, here comes orange d12. It's a 12.
12?
Oh, fuck. So
It's looking good.
No idea what's going on.
It's not good.
It's not looking
Can't hear a word.
No.
Just see, Brad's 2 thumbs up, Mike shaking his head. It must be
Donnie took his monitoring headphones off. He cannot hear. Okay.
That's all I can figure.
I don't think we can. I don't think it's possible to survive.
We're at 27 right now.
I'm going to keep going.
Yep.
It's a 6.
Fuck.
It's not a great face.
I'm going to re-roll. I'm going to re-roll blue for the 4th d12. Here we go. It's a 3.
We're
So
still.
what are we at? What's the total?
42.
42. And that's with adding the 12.
Yep.
All right.
Jesus.
Let's get Donnie. Donnie, why don't you put your...
put my headphones on.
Yeah, I didn't realize, back on.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were earless.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Donnie.
What's going on?
He rolled out once. Imagine that.
Once?
No. No, I did not.
What's the total?
Oh, my God.
What was the total, Chris?
I already forgot.
42.
42 damage.
I mean, that's the answer, right?
That is the answer. That is
I had a 12 in there.
Did you?
A 9, 12.
The 9 and the 12 at the start did it.
So, yeah, man, Kritala falls down and he starts doing like the Terry Funk leg shake, right? Like he's really selling it. And then, it seems like he's going to do like the Undertaker setup, and he starts to, and he lays back down and he just goes still, and there's no more drama. There's no more performance. There's no more anything. It's just a husk of feathers at this point. So, all right, guys.
Jesus, that went from comedy to fucking
depressing.
I'm excited to see what happens now.
Yeah.
Well, and we can't talk about Kritala without talking about the Deuce, who died in episode 5.
It's true.
And with the Deuce died to massive damage, Bill, as you might recall.
Wait,
and,
really? Is that how he died?
So he's got this huge obvious wound, but I think given that Kritala went down to the doomed condition, really, I don't think that there is an obvious injury. And in fact, I'm questioning whether the other party members even know anything is out of the ordinary right now.
Aside from
it might just look like he got his clock cleaned a little bit and he's just on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. All right. Well, whose turn is it?
Jesus.
Well, Bill. Oh, Bill. Look at Bill's face. Oh, okay. All right. Donnie.
Fuck.
Well, I guess we'll see you next week. No, I'm just kidding. Please stick around, provide some commentary. I think you should.
I'm going to switch up to away from soda here in a minute, and I'm going to just come and go, but it'll be good.
Do what you got to do,
where appropriate.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can do some commentary.
Heck yeah.
So that has the giant living statues. Now you also, I guess the other thing you might recall, I believe that Kritala began the turn grabbed the giant statue for its first action, put him into the fire, right? And then, so, I mean, he's on fire right now too, for what it's worth. The giant living statue has a third action. Of course it does. And for its third action, he's going to stand. Because he was prone while he did all of this.
He's not gonna violate Kritala's corpse. Like,
I thought about
free action corpse violation.
No, I thought about Kritala going back into the fire pit, but
just like a swirly in flames.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that. Swirly in flames,
grabbing him by the legs and just dipping him in.
Oh my! Donnie, taking that well, Donnie.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Neela, not thinking anything's wrong, she's just going to resolve an attack of opportunity on the giant living statue as he stands up. And she'll miss that, but not by much. That's going to take us to Lindsay, played by Bill.
All right, Lindsay is out of spells. She's going to inspire courage, and then she's going to look around the room for a projectile.
She's got one.
And she's going to launch it at...
Just Strix at the foot of the...
No.
Is Donnie one
light bulk or less?
She's going to miss.
Okay. Mitch, make a perception check. 3.
Fuck. Yep, that's when I'm going to roll high. It is a 23.
You notice that Kritala is not breathing and that his back looks a little weird. The angle's a little wrong.
Like, just not straight or at a weird angle? Like, what?
It just looks wrong. You're worried.
Yeah. With what Mitch is seeing, he's going to yell, like, kind of like, from the sense, I guess, what you're explaining to him, like, he's, like, panicked a little bit. Like, shit, Sirio, help Kritala, he's down. Like, it's not good. Now, did that take me an action to do that perception check? Or is that a...
No, it was free.
Last turn I had him tampered, right? So that probably drops at this point.
Well, and his armor was broken by Sirio's spell crit.
Okay, so he no longer has armor.
There's no armor anymore.
Okay, so nothing to tamper. That's concerning. And I guess I also saw, like, how much damage, like, the hit that this thing dished out, like, looked fucking horrendous.
It's a huge hit.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a huge hit.
So Mitch is nervous. So he is going to take a swing with his flaming Roka sword for his first action. It's a 26.
You've got it.
All right.
That's a hit. His armor class is lower now that the armor has been broken.
2d10 plus 4. 18 damage. And 1d6 fire.
Okay.
That's a 4 on the fire damage.
And inspire courage.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that would have been. Does that add to the fire damage as well?
No.
Okay.
Just to the.
Okay, so it'd be 19 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Yep, I've got that for you.
Okay. His next action is. I'm going to take. I'll do this right. I'm going to do another. Can I do another perception check or some sort of a knowledge check to see? Can I figure out how fast this thing moves? Like, is there any way to ascertain? Like, since this is, I'm going to pitch my case. Since this is a mechanical thing, I should be able to do a crafting check to see how fast.
You can. Okay. Yes, you can. Okay. Crafting is one of the skills that you can use to recall knowledge on this construct.
Okay. So I'm going to do that. It's a 20, even adjusted.
He's got a speed of 30 feet, you think, with those big, long legs.
Okay.
You cannot outrun it.
I think my last action, then, I will raise my shield.
The tiniest little
guys,
buckler.
I just wanted to say that was a really good turn. I'm just over here just kind of vibing a little bit. I just wanted to weigh in. Just know how impressive that was. I'll go back on mute, though. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, sure thing.
Everybody.
Oh, so good.
Oh, yeah, Mitch would have like yelled out to the crew, like, we can't outrun this. We got to stand your fucking ground.
Stand your
ground.
Didn't work out for me.
We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this together. Neela. Neela's here. I'm going to just give her a couple quick attack rolls. She's going to try to get this guy flat-footed. She will hit with that first snagging strike.
Yes.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, snagging strike. She made the strike with her hand free. Upon landing it, he goes flat-footed, as to everybody, for the next few moments. It's a D8 plus 4 piercing. She maxes it out with a 12 damage.
Nice work, Trent.
Nice hit, Neela. The next thing she's going to do is strike again. She'll miss that one. And then, you know what? She'll just go again. Why not? She's got not much else to do. Nope, she'll miss that one. Okay, so the flat-footed condition now on this gigantic animated statue. That's going to bring us to the top of the next round with Sirio, Xavier, Sertova. I'm going to give you the same free perception check, Chris.
All right, here we go. Rolled a 26.
There we go.
Mitchell yells to you, help Kritala, but you look over to him. You're not so sure you can.
Oh, so there's no helping Kritala in Sirio's eyes.
And he was just standing there. He was just there a moment ago.
Hey, Brad, how far down is Mitch?
I'm topped off.
You're topped off. Okay.
I'm topped off, yeah.
So yeah, I kind of shout out back to Mitch. I hear you, man, but I don't know what we can do. And then I fire off a
fireball. Fuck it.
Fireball.
Hey. Hey.
No, I'm going to use Produce Flame against this guy, since he's all flat-footed. What's that? That is a 24.
That'll hit because of the broken armor and the flat-footed.
All right. That is 10 fire damage.
Nice.
11 with the Inspire.
So, with all things considered, with the round spent hitting it with its against its DR, between that and then the crit by Sirio breaking the armor, reducing the armor class, huge hit by Mitch, big hit by Neela, this Produce Flame is sufficient to take him down his last 5 HP.
Wow.
That's it?
And this statue, it goes
amazing
down.
How much the team really rallied around, even with the death of Kritala. Really proud of you guys.
Goodness.
I feel awful.
That's fucking great.
Oh my god.
And I'll take...
Okay, yeah, so the giant animated statue falls, and you're left in this room. What do you do?
I'm going to run to Kritala to see if
Yeah.
we can, like... Dry's just going to run over and open his mouth and dump a potion in it just because. He's going to give it a shot. And we know nothing happens.
Yeah, I mean, I have no additional information to give you.
Yeah.
You should see Donnie on mute laughing over there. He's like, just robbed you of a potion.
I mean, I have plenty. I don't know what to do next.
Like Mitchell kind of run over. I mean, because he saw him go down, kind of runs over, does like the whole kind of skid across the last bit of floor, kind of on his knees, and just try to roll him over, probably around the same time that Dry's getting there, dumping the potion, trying to dose him with that. It's just, potion splashing everywhere, not going anywhere down his throat. Doing what he can to check for a pulse. Mitch doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, though, but just, like, panicking and, like, shaking him a little bit, maybe kind of slapping him, like, dude, wake up, you're fine, wake up, like, and then, like, seeing how, like, the shaking is probably making his back do weird things. Bones poke out in weird places, and, like, steps back, back onto his heels, like, terrified.
And Sirio sees Dry and Mitch kind of dash over to Kritala, but he knows. He got a good look of what went down, and he just starts walking over to the rest of the group and just says, guys, we can't do anything about it. This will be the third kind of close party member that has died in the group. And like the first one was a big shock. And I mean, when Bash went down, that was another big shock, but it just didn't hit as much. And for Serio, the third one, it's just each time this happens, it's just not as a shock to him. It's just like, man, this is gonna keep happening. He doesn't know if it's the group's fault or if it's still some kind of outside influence that may have, been putting this doomed and creating Kratala. He's trying to weigh some of that.
And I think, as Mitch kind of plays back through things, the chain of events, not really, I guess, understanding completely how the doomed came into effect, like knew that it was from fucking with that tomb or whatever it is, the bottom level, but like he's seen Kratala take way more damage than that and like pop back, like these just kind of along the lines of what Siri was thinking, like somebody had a hand in this. This wasn't a fair hit.
Yeah, this place. There's something about this place.
Yeah. I just wanted to say I'll go through the inventory for Kratala and get you guys that so you know what's there.
Okay, thank you, Donnie.
Now I'm associating poor Kratala with unhappy puppies.
Yeah.
Or Nick Cage.
It's fucking great.
God.
Oh, man.
All right, well, Dry is going to get Kratala ready to travel.
Yeah, Mitch will kind of look around and try to find a plank or maybe a chunk of this fucking statue's armor that we can use as kind of a what's it called? Stretcher.
Stretcher.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. You're able to come up with something, and for sure. Probably
while I'm scrounging for stuff, maybe I'm looking around for anything of value.
Well, there's actually nothing in this room that is of value, but Lindsay approaches the place where the statue is standing, and there's a plaque in front of the statue with writing on it carved in Aklo, and she'll proceed to take another rubbing, as you've instructed her to do.
Yeah.
So you can find someone that knows this language. You can figure out what it is.
So we don't.
We know some like ancient 1,000-year-old kind of cult stuff was going down here with maybe sacrifices of people, and then something super bad downstairs even further that got sealed up by a Pharasma follower.
Yeah. You have reason
Pharasma
to believe
herself. Who knows?
Yeah, you have reason to believe that this dungeon saw a conflict between followers of Yog-Sothoth, which was the image that this statue was in, and Pharasma, which is the sigil on that seal that caused the doom condition. And so, really, it kind of almost seems as if Kratala was a victim to both forces. Sure. Because it was the spiral seal from Pharasma that set him up. And then it was, of course, the statue and the image of Yog-Sothoth that took him down.
Well, Dry wants to just get out of this place as fast as possible.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. With, the already the foreboding feeling that's hanging over us all of this shithole tower. Yeah, the loss of Kratala.
And I think you'll probably find a note or something that may help give you an idea. Maybe if there's family or something you should contact. Maybe next time we'll find that.
Okay. Okay, sure.
He's having way too much fun with the emo music.
You're not far from the entrance to the dungeon. You're just a room away now, and you get Kratala loaded up. And those of you that remain begin leaving. And as you get up to the front room that had the bowl in it with the offering and that other Aklo language carved there, you see something that maybe is a little concerning to you. These big, fat snowflakes are coming down the stairs, down into the dungeon. and maybe you're looking up first. You look up, and it's like a blizzard going on outside. Like it's bad. Like the weather is dangerous. And it's the middle of the night.
Nobody wants to camp down here overnight, but...
No, I don't.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, if we have to camp here, we're going to camp in this front area right here.
Kind of where that, yeah.
Right there.
But it's again, like...
I would say go upstairs to the partial ruins so we have some kind of shelter, but not the greatest shelter. I don't want to... Dry's not sleeping down here. He's not staying down here.
Yeah.
He'll take his chances out in the wild.
Yeah, because at least in the tower, we've got essentially three walls.
Right.
Yeah. We can get a fire going somewhere in the corner.
Yep. Maybe find some scraps to build some sort of a lean-to shelter.
And then really, like, I don't have knowledge weather, but we may be able to do something to kind of figure out maybe a survival to see if we can navigate back across the lake, so at least we get off the island.
Yeah. Well, the oppressive feeling was just in the tower itself, so maybe there's an area on the island we can hunker down and not be under this aura.
Camping turn. Camping turn.
You guys want to do camping? You guys want to camp?
Camp in a blizzard. I like it.
We can stick Cortala out in the cold so we can chill.
Maybe you guys can tell stories about Cortala, like around the campfire or something for boost. I don't know. That could be fun.
That could be fun.
There's that cover we were talking about.
No, that's the real one.
Oh, that's the OG.
I just realized. Hang on. I just realized that we lost Bashk in episode 30, and that Cortala was now with the podcast for roughly the same amount of time.
Yes.
Huh. So you're seems about every 30 episodes or so.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
It is, right?
It's interesting.
Yeah. So once we step outside of the tower, we that feeling kind of falls off of us.
Yeah, once you leave the confines of the tower and you're out in the elements, and I got to tell you something, it's probably about 10 below zero outside.
Whoa, that's cold.
It is
not good.
Cold.
That's deadly.
A cold front has rolled in, and it is snowing, and to your dismay, it has snowed roughly 3 inches while you were down in there over about the last hour and a half. Or no, actually, you were down in Candlemere.
We were there for probably almost 6
4
hours.
or 5 hours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like the dead of night right now. I got to say, it's probably 3 a.m., 4 a.m. or something right now.
Bitter cold.
And it is just snowing. And you're looking, you got 6 days until the full moon, is what I'm trying to tell you. You're 3 hexes from Fort Trand.
Oh, my God. So, and that's going to be double, like it's going to be, yeah.
You're not sure you can get the king back in time.
Can we see a map of the outside?
Yeah. Another question: did we have horses?
You got horses,
but they're on the other side of the lake.
They're on the other side of the lake.
Okay. Even with horses, it'd be 2 days of travel through per hex.
Well, and help me remember. I know you guys purchased a boat with fish hooks from the Lizard Isle to get across this thing.
Could we row it? Could we just row it up to Fort Trand through the lake?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I like that idea.
That's true. So you want to take this little raft through blizzard conditions, and you want to raft the Tuskwater, going against the path of the river, going against the flow.
Is that against the flow or with the flow?
Yeah.
How do you know that's against?
Because the rivers flow down from the mountain toward the Tuskwater.
Oh, okay, that's valid. I'll give that to you.
I'll give that to you.
Okay, thank you.
Well, no, but the Tuskwater, the lake would be all the streams would feed into it, though. The lake wouldn't.
The streams terminate at the lake, but then, as you can see, they then pick back up and keep going.
What I'm saying is, like, the stream that we are on right now, the flow wouldn't be away from the lake; it would be towards the lake.
No, it would be away.
Then where does the water go?
Go south
with the big map.
Down here.
To where? Oh.
I don't fucking know to where.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see where we are. Sorry, I was... Okay. Nope. I see where we are. Yeah, we're south of the... Okay, I was seeing something else. I would go straight north instead of going west back to the Lizard King.
So you've got the trolley at the Lizard.
We didn't take the trolley, though. We took horses.
We had horses.
You took horses.
Yeah, because we had Phil Flipperson sell some horses.
Yeah.
Good old Phil Flipperson. Right. Okay.
No, well, what I'm saying is, especially if the lake froze over, then, like, Brad lives in the land of 1,000 frozen lakes. He knows what happens.
Yeah,
Chris,
it wouldn't have frozen over in one day.
Yeah, Chris, you're an Eagle Scout. Brad, you're from Minnesota. 10 below for a few hours. Yeah, it's not.
My concern, though, like with the lake, is if we fall in or that boat capsizes, we are absolutely fucked.
We're screwed. Yeah.
So I want to spend as little time on the boat as possible. So like a direct route to shore. Can we see the northern shore? Well, we can, I suppose, in the middle of the snowstorm at 3 a.m.
We have to go across to wherever our horses are.
Oh, valid. Yep.
Like wherever we left the horses, that's where we have to return to.
Right. So we're gonna have to go west. I don't think that's a trip we make at 3 a.m, though.
No. I mean, we're going to probably have to stay in that dungeon for a night.
Especially in a blizzard. Yeah, I think we find the best shelter we can, sleep through the night, and hope for a clearing in the storm tomorrow. That's my vote.
I mean, there's a lot of choices for camping on Candlemere Island, but I'll take a survival check.
We'll just stay in the dungeon. We'll just stay in the dungeon for a night. I mean, you said there's nothing else in there, so we shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Well, we can see if we can find a suitable camp, and if that doesn't work, then we can go back in. But
yeah, I'm kind of survival check to find.
Zero's with Mitch on this. He does not want to be,
Well, Mike just said we can't sleep on the island. There's no suitable, so we have to.
Well, I'll take a survival check to see if you can find a suitable part on Candlemere Island to sleep.
My survival is horrible.
20. It's 13 plus 8, so 21.
You think that this thicket of trees back behind the tower would be suitable? As long as there's nothing bad back there. But there could be more beasts on this island.
All right, so how about this? Can I roll a stealth check?
Those don't work. You have to roll 10 in a row.
Yep.
It's like a guaranteed failure.
You want to sneak around and try to...
Just look check. I mean, I have a plus 13 to stealth.
Yeah, by yourself and then run back if there's trouble?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to scout out the...
Yeah, I want to scout out this area right here.
Okay.
14. Because I rolled a natural 1.
All right. So
I love this island.
Everyone's standing around. You're all outside the tower, and you're watching Dry Colmay fighting back against this blizzard. It's now dropped down to negative 11 degrees Fahrenheit, by the way. Negative 11 Fahrenheit. And Dry begins trying to slink around in the trees.
In the snow.
And you watch as he falls on his ass in the snow.
The picture he bumps into a tree and the branch dumps all the snow on him.
Yeah. He comes up, his face is looking like Santa Claus's beard. He's got fucking snow all over his face. And, I mean, I don't know, you tell me, Bill, but I picture Dry turning back to the roof. Sure, I guess there's nothing here.
Yeah.
Nothing has reacted to this.
He just turns around and just shrugs and does this and just walks into the thicket. No more stealth, no more even trying to hide. Like he's totally resigned. He's just like, fuck it. Fuck everything. I'm just going to walk in. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay.
Well, Mike, what is the worst that could happen?
You find a decent place. The trees there provide some shelter. You're able to rest fitfully. You do take periodic cold damage, but I mean, I've looked at the kind of the periodic environmental damage rules a little bit, and it would seem to me that you could solve these with medicine checks pretty easily. So,
sure.
You wake up that next morning, an 8-hour rest later. You've never been so cold. I know we've joked about how I don't have a perception of cold, but here's what I'm going to tell you. Your hands are like on the edge of numb. I mean, your feet are like icicles. You've got cold winter gear, like you're not in any danger of like frostbite or whatever. But, I mean, this is just unbelievable. And I got to tell you, the snow, we're not in a blizzard anymore, but it's snowing. It's snowing.
So shit.
And you've got, 2 feet of snow on the ground.
Jeez. Are our horses still going to be alive when we get there?
It's up past your knees. What do you do? And I mean, you look to Kritala. I mean, he's ice cold. I mean, it's awful.
I mean, I say we get him in the boat and get across the lake as fast as we can.
Yeah. Yep. Let's not fuck around. Let's get back to the keep. Get back to shelter somewhere.
Let's get back to Fort Trant.
Well, here's a question too. Do we remember enough about where the lizards live that is there a fairly secure hut there? Is there
I don't want Stereo changing any. I don't think we should let Stereo change form anywhere but where we can handle it. I don't want other people knowing that, hey, we had to lock the king up on the full moon
Right. Yeah. Good point.
So you think, I mean, your travel is impeded at this point. Okay. So I think today we're T-minus 6 days from the full moon. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's 2 days of travel per hex right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it would seem to me 2 days into this hex and then 2 days into Fort Trand. If nothing goes wrong, you can be to Fort Trand in 4 days with 2 days left on the clock.
Is there a mechanic that we can travel through the night and then take a penalty?
Like just be fatigued.
Yeah.
Just be fatigued.
Like forced march situation.
Forced march, yep.
Yeah.
This might be a time for that.
You can skip your rest. You can take the fatigued condition and just go.
Real quick, speaking of conditions, stupefied and doomed, when do those drop off?
Yeah, the stupefied goes down after 24 hours, and your doomed value reduces by 1 after a full night's rest. So, yeah, the party lost its doomed condition while you rested, and the stupefied should be gone, sometime tonight.
Fantastic.
And, all the enfeebled crap is gone. Mitch's shadow's back for what it's worth.
Wow.
That would have been the story.
Your shadow grew back.
Had Krutala not met his end in this. So the plan then is a forced march back to Fort Trand?
Yeah.
Well, I think we can kind of do normal travel at least the first hex, and then, because then we'd have 4 days, and then if something happens, then we can try a forced march. And I'm curious what you guys think about sending Neela back to her people, or if she's coming with us.
I say we send her back. But we can give her it's up to you. You're the king.
Maybe Mitch would give her a choice. Like I thought she kind of proved herself in battle. She'd be handy to have around in the kingdom if she wants to come and join us. I think she'd be a welcome addition to the kingdom.
I kind of give that choice to Neela, and kind of using some of my diplomacy, kind of try to encourage her to come with us.
Yeah, make the roll.
Oh, that is a 29.
I mean, she was kind of hoping you'd ask.
Aw.
She wants to see her cousin's namesake. She wants to see the statue you created of Bashk, right? You guys made a statue of him, right? Have you done that yet? No, I don't think so.
We even saved space
we're
for
out of
the
building
king.
slots.
I guess you named the town after him. Okay.
Yeah,
We only have 4 slots to build, so.
You're trying.
I think Ciro does an amazing job, and Mitch would be like, plus we are shorthanded right now.
I do have something for you, Donnie. Actually, right now is this party with
I just pause my music because maybe I'll start playing happy music.
Maybe
We got to hear the news.
Kritala wakes up. He's fine.
Yay!
What a dick.
No,
Where's Dean ever?
This statue is actually a time traveling Kritala that kills himself in a future episode.
Yeah.
the living statue was Kritala.
Yeah.
Spashk.
No,
It's Bashk again.
it's Bashk.
That's killed Kritala.
Be a hell of a thing, wouldn't it?
No, Kritala is not sure how long he's been asleep. Have you ever had that happen? Maybe you went to bed really early one night, or you wake up in the middle of the night. It's pitch black wherever you are, and you're just not sure what time of day it is, or when it is, or what's going on. Maybe you're even sleeping in an unfamiliar place, and you have that moment of confusion as you wake up, right? And Kritala has this moment of confusion as he wakes up. And I see confused looks from you guys.
Yeah.
I don't care. And you sit up and you're asleep on like a simple wooden bed. It's like simple linen sheets. And you're just like dressed in like just simple clothing, with your suite, you're like in a little gi or something. I don't know.
He's got the Zubaz pants and the old cool stripe pants like the Road Warriors used to wear. Right?
Yeah.
Just a plain tank top, nothing fancy.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bedazzle here or there, but nothing serious.
Nothing special. Yeah. Nothing special. Very, very mundane, very plain. And you sit up, you kick your legs over the bed, and you stand up. And what do you do?
I guess I look around the room. What do I see?
You're indoors. Wooden walls, wooden floor, wooden ceiling with some struts showing.
Do I see windows, doors?
There's a door. There's no windows.
No windows.
There's a door, which is closed behind you with a simple brass knob on it. And you see, as you look around your surroundings more, you see that there's a bunk bed above you. And then you see that there is across the room, 15 feet to your left, there's another bunk bed with 2 figures sleeping in the bed.
So there's 2 figures in the bed across. Is there one above me? But if I look over, there's nobody in the bunk
There's nobody
above
up
me?
there. There's nobody above you.
Okay. Do I recognize the 2 in the bunk? Would Donnie recognize the 2 in the bunk?
They just look like they're sleeping figures. Kritala has no clue who they are.
Yeah.
I will say that at this movement, one of the 2 figures reacts to the movement, the figure on the bottom bunk across from you.
Yeah.
And similar motion to you, stands up quickly, kicks his feet over the bed, and he rises up and looks like an elven man.
Yeah.
Bill, what does the Deuce say to his new fucking roommate?
The Deuce just looks him up and
in
down.
the first world.
He just looks him up and down. And he's like, "Welcome to the team. Who are you?"
Oh my God.
Kajala's just like, is this a new faction? Like, where am I? Like, he is, yeah, right? This is like,
gonna be like,
is this like the NWO?
The Deuce is going to be like, I take it the King Satova and Mitchell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the Deuce is going to be like, I once knew them too.
Wow.
I picture like the Rocky Creed handshake.
Let's cut back to the party now with its plan, taking itself down the pathway of Candlemere Island, okay? Back toward your boat. Hopefully you can make it across the lake in one piece. And you are nearing the dock, okay, where you first landed here. And on that dock, you see a couple of things that weren't there before. The first thing that you see is that right off the dock onto the beach nearby the dock, looks like there's a campfire.
Oh,
burning in the snow. Well, more blizzard, right? It's campfire going.
Does the smoke smell like crime?
Yeah, you can get a whiff of it. And you see what also looks to be a small figure huddled near the campfire, doing this with its hands. Someone is here.
Mike just made a jerking motion.
Someone is here on this island with you.
Wow. But I want to know